Hi there, I'm Megan Fahlenbock. I am the voice of Jen Masterson on 16. Coach Halder, another 10 push-ups. No! And Gwen from Total Drama Island. Chris, if you bury me alive again, I will kill you. And you are watching Da Bois podcast.
Hey, Gwen.
You mean we're staying here?
No, you're staying here. My crib is an Airstream with AC that-a-way.
I did not sign up for this.
Actually, you did. The great thing about lawyers is they make lots of copies.
I am not staying here.
Cool. I hope you can swim, though, because your ride just left.
Jerk.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bois podcast. My guest today is an actress, voice actress, online coach, and many more. You may have heard her voice in shows like Bakugan, where she voiced the character Jenny, 16, where she voiced the character Jen, the Total Drama series, where she voiced the character Gwen, and many more. So welcome Miss Megan Fahlenbock. Welcome, Megan.
Thank you so much, Joe. It's so nice to be here.
Yeah. Okay. So what have you been up to? Like, how are you doing in general, Megan?
Pretty good. Thank you. Yeah, I've been pretty good. Busy. Like life is definitely busy these days. I think COVID did a funny thing by making us all work more or something.
Yep.
In a lot of ways, we're just kind of doing more. I also have two kids who are very busy hockey players. So I've got that as well on top of my own kind of stuff, being obviously an actor like you. So warmly welcomed me as well as a coach, and my coaching business is definitely, keeping me busy these days. So yeah, how about you? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Just believe it or not, at the beginning of quarantine, I graduated virtually high school. Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. You graduated virtually high school. So you're a graduate.
Yeah. I figured I'd start these podcasts like to help spread positivity, help cheer people up,
Yes, I know. And you do that so well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Megan. Yeah. And that's cool too. You said you have two younger daughters?
Yes. Yeah. Two younger daughters who are, they're in school, grade 6, grade 9. Yeah, so my older one just started high school. And they both, play a lot of hockey. That's sort of a big thing up here in Canada. And definitely big for our family. That's something I did growing up. I played hockey, and it was a different path for me as a young person playing, because girls hockey was really it just wasn't as well developed. It was really hard to even it was hard to find a girls team. And one year I lived in this small town for a couple of years, and they only had a boys team. So I had to pretend I was a boy to play on the team, which I did. And I got on the team, and I was like a really good player on the team, so that when they discovered that I wasn't a boy, they didn't kick me off.
Nice.
So she's good. We're keeping her. Anyway, so silly, right? Like why did it ever have to be that way? But anyway, it's much better for my kids. Now it's apparently hockey is one of the fastest growing sports for girls, which is kind of neat.
Nice. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what position do you play, and what position do your daughters play? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, so I always played center. I'm now playing a little bit more D, which I really enjoy, and that's actually my older daughter played right wing for a number of years, and when I started playing D, I suggested to her that she consider being D. Being a D, I thought it would really work for her. And she started playing this year, and she's doing great. Like it really is the right position for her. And my younger one is a goalie.
Ooh, goalie.
Very different. Yeah. Different kid, different type. You have to be a very different type of person to be able to handle the net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, being a goalie. Oh man, I'd hate to be a goalie because the pucks flying at you.
A lot of pressure.
I like that. Cool.
Yeah.
See, my favorite position would probably be like left wing. Oh, I like that position. I don't know why. I just like that position.
Yeah, you're left. You play left. You shoot left.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like being a forward. Like it's sort of like when you sort of offensive, defensive, and then the most D being the goalie. Yeah, I'm more of an offensive player for sure. And definitely my defensive daughter, she rushes, like, 'cause she played
Mhm.
offensively for so long. Like, she was your counterpart, the right wing to your left wing. And
Right.
that's a great position. I always love playing center because it's sort of,
Mhm.
I kind of like the roaming aspect of it. And in fact, like, as a hockey coach,
Mhm.
I don't coach hockey anymore, like specifically hockey. I'm not good enough to be like a coach. I don't think. I'm more of the mental. I work with a lot of hockey teams, but I'm
Mhm.
their mental game coach. I prefer that part of it. But when I was a hockey coach, I definitely was teaching kids to not get so bound by their positions. Yes, each position has a very important, they have important jobs to do. And,
Mhm.
like, as a winger, you need to be mindful of the point and, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it's better to play fluidly, and that's kind of what a center does, right? They sort of they have a few places where they need to be that people
Mhm.
expect them to be,
Yep.
but it's a more fluid position. And I actually love watching, the pros kind of play in a much more fluid way, like almost like a zone, more zone rather than positional. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Center's pretty cool too because you also get the face-offs. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. Face offs are fun.
nice.
Yeah. I like face offs. Have you taken many face offs?
I've tried. It's kind of hard too. Like it's kind of difficult to because it's you against. You know what I mean? It's like a
Yeah.
match.
Little mini battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
Nice.
And definitely lots of places that you want to put the puck. So yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Yay. Hockey fans.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what made you want to become a voice actress, and who was your biggest inspiration for voice acting? What'd you say?
Yeah, I probably my inspiration for voice acting probably came after I really um started voice acting, because I was already an actor when I got into voice acting. I hadn't really thought about voice acting until people kind of suggested, or thought I must do a lot of voice work. That's what I got a lot, because I was already an actor. So already working as an actor. I wasn't one of those people that thought of voice first. I watched a lot of cartoons as a kid. I was definitely that kid in the 70s that would get up early and pour a bowl of sugar cereal and sit and watch Saturday morning cartoons all morning long.
Mhm.
Um, and I love that, but I never really thought about the voice part of it. I was wanting to be an actor at a very young age. I loved the idea of being an actor, even though I was watching a lot of cartoons when I was young. I was still thinking about my face being on the TV, not my voice.
Mhm.
But anyway, I was sort of alerted to this potential in my career to, just use my voice. It really, um, it opened up that a whole world of sort of, being able to play anything and not be bound by what my face looked like or my body or my physicality. Even though when I use my voice, I'm very much using a lot of my physicality. Um, but yeah, so I became a voice actor really because people said, you've got a neat voice, you should do voice work. And then when I started
Mhm.
learning about it, and
Mhm.
I love to talk, so it worked very well. It was like, yes, I should be a voice actor. I love to talk, and I love words, and I love to play in that. And then when I learned how to kind of I also love being on stage, and there's something about animation, definitely has a bit more of that bigger, it's a bigger form of acting, and I like that a lot. And I'd say my inspirations are kind of, you know, I'd have to say Robin Williams, as far as just,
Yeah.
and there's so many great actors out there that do a lot of, great work, as a lot of people I work with, like Scott McCord, we were just talking about. Like,
Mhm.
he inspires me. I'd say, most of my inspirations are from my friends that I've worked with. I'm like, oh my God, you're amazing.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, you name it, you name any of my friends that I've worked with, that they inspire me. But as far as a great, yeah, probably Robin Williams for sure.
I like that. I think you're a very talented voice actress. The voices you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is your favorite role you've done? Your voice acting role, and can you please do the voice of the character? That's your favorite.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. So I think one of my more obscure favorite, of course, I love being Gwen
Mhm,
and from Total Drama Island and Jen from 16, and those are the voices that I
mhm,
probably do the most, and I love those characters so much. But I also did this other character. Her name is Foolish Girl. On this, it was an indie underground sort of indie comic that they brought to life in a one it was a pilot. It never went any more than the pilot. But Foolish Girl was just it was kind of this voice, and she loved that guy. His name was that guy, and she ordered her coffee from the coffee slut every day, and she dreamed about being with that guy and had big thoughts about her life, and she was a real romantic, and
mhm.
that was me, Foolish Girl. That was basically the voice.
Nice. No, if you don't mind, for the viewers at home and Joe here, if you don't mind doing Gwen and Jen, some Gwen and Jen, if you don't mind.
Sure. So Gwen, I'll do something. I'll do one of her Chris rants. Chris, if you bury me one more time, I am going to kill you. No. And then Jen would be something like, guys, oh my God, you won't believe it. This super hot guy, Rodney, just started working at the penalty box. Oh my God. But she wouldn't say, oh my God. That was weird. Jen would never say that. Let's do that again. Guys. This really cute guy is working at the penalty box. His name is Rodney, and I don't even think he has a girlfriend. Wait, there he is. Who is he with? Why does he have a girlfriend? What makes her so special? I'm cute too. I snowboard. I've got muscles. I'm really smart. Guys, come on. Where are you going? Guys. He's always going on some guys. She's always in love with someone. I don't know. It's been a while. Was that okay?
That's fine. Wow, no, I'm sorry, but your normal voice, sounds like Gwen. Normal. No.
Yes, it does. I definitely I play myself in most of my characters, to be honest. I don't have a huge vocal range. So
Mm,
this is what I have a huge acting range.
mhm.
So, if you're somebody that wants, has thought about being a voiceover actor, but you're worried that you don't have a big vocal range, don't let that stop you. It's all about the acting and, and doing what you do really well, finding you can always find your niche and just do that really well. There's a place for everybody.
I like that, and your characters too, like Gwen, Jen, Jenny, they all rhyme too, which is fun.
That's just a total coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only going to go out for audition for characters that rhyme with Jen and Gwen from now on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, now favorite total drama character other than Gwen, Gwen.
Yeah.
Favorite
Other than Gwen, I love who's my most favorite. Well, I think I'd have to say Owen. Like he would absolutely be my best buddy. I love, and I always love working with Scott, so there's always that too. That might, taint my answer a tiny bit, skew my answer, I should say, not really taint it, but skew it. Yeah, I love Owen. Owen's just such a great guy. He's just such a nice, positive, awesome guy. Yeah. How about you?
other than Gwen, probably like Owen or Chris. I like both.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. As Gwen, I did not like Chris. But yeah, but I get why you do. Because he didn't bury you alive.
I'm kind of shocked you didn't choose Trent. Your boyfriend. Your ex-boyfriend, right? Yeah.
It's true, and I do love. Of course, I love Trent. I almost said, what did I just almost say? Trent. I almost said Trent. Trenken. Duncan and Trent also, of course. But Owen, I love Owen. Yeah. I just want to hang out with a nice, positive guy like him. Sort of remind me of John Candy, I think.
I can see.
Funny. Cute. Fat and funny.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the picture of Gwen above me. I don't know if you could see.
I did.
I put that in. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
She always there?
Like she could if you want me to. Like, yeah, the actors be like, "Is that a cartoon? Yeah, it's Gwen. You know."
Yes, with toilet paper.
Nice. Now, do you have a favorite Total Drama season? Would you say?
I know you do.
Yes.
Yes, I know you love the world tour. I like the season that where I was in every episode. I like not getting voted off.
Nice.
So season 1 was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
I went right to the end. But I did love I love the world tour. I thought that was a really fun season.
Mhm.
It was fun to do something a little bit different, even though it was hard. The singing was hard for me. My director was not ever impressed with my voice. But when I was working with Emily Claire Barlow, who she's just this incredible singer, and I worked with her a lot, and she was always she was like our singing instructor in our episodes together. Yeah, she was great, and she really made me feel comfortable and good, even when the director was like, "You suck. Wow, you're really tone deaf." And I was like, "Am I? I had no idea." Yeah, kind of a rude awakening to me it kind of actually doing world tour made me realize I won't probably be a rock star also in this lifetime.
Man.
Darn it. But it was still really fun to do it.
Nice.
Any chance for me to sing it, I take it.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think yours would probably be like Island too, like because like technically you in a different like region, didn't you win it? Gwen technically went into a different country, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that happened. We recorded options.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm not really sure why they did that.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Total Drama, I don't know if you saw it. Do you see like the 2 new seasons that got announced?
Yes,
Have you heard
of
about that?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you excited?
Yes. I wish they could bring back some of the OG cast. You know, like the originals, like Gwen, Owen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're doing something totally different, aren't they?
Yeah. That'd be cool though to bring back the OG cast per se. I mean.
Never know when. Like they could always do that again. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, if you could choose, if you were really like on an island, what 3 people, dead or alive, like any people, would you bring with you?
Oh, right.
Sorry.
People, yeah, who bring on islands, and it would be my kids, because it would always be my kids. Be like my kids and probably my kids and my boyfriend would have to be my first 3. But if I were going to do like famous people, like we're going to do like a famous people thing, it would be definitely Reese Witherspoon, because she's like, I just love her so much, and I think she would be really fun. She's really type, I don't know, she's fun. We'd probably get creative together, so that should be my creative partner. I'd have to bring actually one of my really good friends, Alicia Turner. She's a stunt woman, and I just had a really fun visit with her this weekend, and I was reminded by how incredible she really is. And I think we would survive anything together. She is incredible. I think she might be Wonder Woman in disguise. So she would have to be there. And then, yeah, I think I mentioned John Candy earlier. Like, I think I'd have to throw him on there just to make us all laugh and entertain us.
Nice. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now, is there a role you want to do, like in a movie, TV show, voice acting role, or is there a role you want to do that you haven't done yet?
Yeah, so many. Oh my goodness, so many. I mean, I would love to be on a TV series, like an on camera, some sort of like a Modern Family kind of sitcom would be amazing. Like just to do that, or Seinfeld was one of my most favorite, longest, sitcoms that was on forever, and I even watched some last night. Something like that would be amazing. Like I'd really love to be on a show for a long time. I'd love to just be set like that. There's something about, I've been doing this a long time, and just the ongoing auditioning and rejections that, it would just be nice to have a TV series for a little while. So yeah, it could be something like that, or even like a drama. I love family dramas, sagas, like, like Parenthood. Love that show. And I'd love to do like a great movie every year. I want to play a superhero. I'd like to be like I want to play a superhero. I played little superheroes sort of along the way in my career, but I think I would love to just play a superhero, and like a real superhero, like a superhero that's also like just an everyday person, like sort of an underdog superhero of some sort. Yeah.
Now you said Seinfeld, so like George, right? Jerry, Elaine, like do you?
Yeah, I mean Elaine, would be, but even like a Kramer type would be super fun. Like Kramer being such a like a bit of an odd guy, like playing sort of an oddball character would be very fun, I think. Jerry was always, the straight man, and George is like hilarious. So yeah, someone like that intensity of George. I think George and Elaine were both very intense, They all had their moments, but yeah, probably Elaine. I love Elaine. I love her. She's a great actor. So yeah, if they're gonna recast, get me in there. That'd be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've always been like sort of the friend amongst a bunch of guys. Like I've been I think from being always in sports, all my friends were always guys growing up. So that would be fine. I'd be one of the guys.
So if I ever get anybody from Seinfeld, would you want to come on and you could ask some questions?
Yes, I would. Yes, please. That'd be amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Now, over the years of your career, do you still keep in touch with co-stars and directors you've worked with?
Yeah, absolutely. For sure, the 16 group and some of the Total Drama people, absolutely. Stacey DePass and Terry McGurran, and I keep in pretty constant contact out of that sort of original 16 cast. And I've seen Christian Potenza, often over the years. And yeah, it's been very weird with COVID. We don't see each other in auditions, but before COVID, we'd see each other all the time. And it was always great to see each other. And we still like post on each other's social media pages and say, do obviously all the happy birthdays, but also like, make comments when anyone makes a post. And yeah, we're all, once you do a show with people, you're connected forever, you really are. So that's, I think, also why I want to do a TV series again. Like I love that bond of that community. When you're in between jobs, you get feeling like you're kind of alone in this. It's kind of it can be a lonely job when you're auditioning, you're in between work, and when you're actually on a show collaborating with people, that's my favorite. I like being part of a team.
Nice. It feels like a big, tight-knit family, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's your family it's your work family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Who is the coolest person you've worked with, would you say?
The coolest person I've worked with? Maybe Devin Mack, actually. Or Scott McCord. Scott McCord might have to be the coolest person I've ever worked with. I've met some like kind of cool, like famous people. John C. Reilly is probably the nicest famous person I've ever really worked with and gotten to know a little bit. Like I definitely think he's the real deal. So yeah, definitely him. Mare Winningham is another sort of slightly, another famous person that was incredible to work with. But as far as being like just really cool, yeah, I'd have to say Scott McCord. He's a rock star. Rock stars are cool.
Nice. That's cool. Now, what director taught you the most? Is there a director you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Yeah. So I worked with a director years ago on this movie called The Baby Formula, and we did another movie, a short film before that called Succubus. Her name's Allison Reed. She's actually has is more known for being a stunt woman and stunt coordinator, but she does a lot of directing, and she directed this film, and I learned a ton doing that film. We did a lot of improv as well, and we had to fly by the seat of our pants a lot. We, as you do in production anyway, things go sideways sometimes, and you have to kind of just wing it sometimes. But yeah, that director, I'd love to work with Allison again, and just having that. Yeah, she let me be me, but she also pushed me, and it was sort of the first time that I really leaned into being a part of it. Being really collaborating and becoming friends as well with somebody that I work with, as opposed to kind of coming on set and just trying to just follow the rules and doing what I'm supposed to do. And it's interesting, this business. There's so many different facets. I think that would be who I would want to work with, or who I'd love to work with her again. But I'd also love to work with Kerry Washington. I mean, I just loved the work that she and Reese Witherspoon did in Little Fires Everywhere. I'm not sure if you've seen that. And I got so into the show. I started listening to all sorts of podcasts around it, and I became really obsessed with Reese and Carrie's relationship. And there are a lot of really cool series that women are getting together and working together and collaborating together. And Reese mentioned that Carrie's done, she's done a lot of directing as well. And she really knows. I think that these are women I feel like I could really work with. They could teach me a lot. And same with The Morning Show is a big hit show right now that Jennifer Aniston's doing. Remember Jennifer Aniston from Friends? She's got a lot of great show. And it's, again, women that are collaborating together that I would really love to work with them very much. So, yeah.
Nice. Would you like to work with an aspiring young director who wants to become a director, Mr. Joe Zito here?
And I absolutely love working with young directors and people that want to learn. And I would be an honor to work with the one and only Joe Zito one day. Yes, please.
That'd be cool, because I like to. I told you I like to write scripts as a hobby.
Yeah, that's amazing, and keep going with that. Just go for it. And you're meeting a lot of people doing this podcast. So, and I know that you did a podcast with one of your heroes, right?
Yes.
Famous writer.
Yes, Jeff Kinney. You got it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I'm sure that but because you've got your fingers are everywhere now, and you've been spinning your web everywhere. You're making friends and making connections, and use those connections, and don't let anything stop you from just going after what you want. So keep writing and keep submitting, and send stuff my way if you've ever got something, please. I would love to work with you. It'd be an honor.
Thank you, Megan.
Yeah. Okay. What would you write for me?
Actually, believe it or not, I write a variety, fantasy, sci-fi, or superheroes, actually.
Oh, yeah. You might write me a superhero?
I got you. I could write you a superhero.
Okay, amazing. Yay. My first superhero film. Thank you.
Is there a certain superpower you want?
I would love to be able to fly.
Okay.
Wow. Yes, I definitely want to be able to fly.
Okay.
And maybe and parkour a little bit too, super tumbly parkour stuff.
Nice.
And I'd like to maybe try and do almost all my own stunts, except for the ones that might kill me. Let's leave that to the professionals.
So I got you. I'll make you be a you said the acro. What's that word you said?
Yeah, parkour. Like an acrobat, a parkour.
I got you. Parkour, flying. I got you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. If you go to voice acting or acting, what do you think you would have done as a career, and what other interests and hobbies do you have besides that? Would you?
What was the first part of that question? Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
If you weren't a voice actress, what would you
If
do?
I weren't, okay, if
Yeah.
I weren't, okay. Well, I originally wanted to be a psychologist. I wanted to go into, and it's funny because now I'm a coach. So I think I'm doing what I wouldn't have done, or even maybe gotten my teacher, like gone to teachers college and become a guidance counselor. For me, it always would have been in this sort of coaching or, therapy world of helping people, deal with the stuff that brought them down, deal with some old stuff and move forward. And how do we move forward? You got to feel your feels. You have to deal with what you have to deal with. And then, once you've had all your feels and done all the dealing, then you can truly move forward. And we must move forward. I feel like life is such a big gift. It's an incredible gift to be alive, and the world has a lot to offer, and there's a place for all of us in the world. So, something to do with helping people absolutely sort of find their place in the world. But because I'm doing that, I want to think about this for one more second. Like if I were just like, a whole new fresh start, and I'm like, 15 again or something with the world in front of me, like what would I maybe do now that I've done this? Because I do love that life is so all over the place. There's so many choices. Who do you want to be? Pick it. Go after it. Maybe something that would involve more travel and like being a photographer, probably being something working with animals, actually. Now that we're talking about it, like I love animals. I love wildlife. Being a marine biologist was something I really thought about, but working with, really studying like Jane Goodall and working with monkeys, gorillas, and something like that. Like I would really I don't think I would be able, I don't know if I'd be able to go and live like in Sahara, Africa, and like, actually hang out with lions and possibly get mauled and killed. But maybe in a more, where it's a little bit safer. I would love to work with animals. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Nice.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
When I'm reborn.
Nice. So do I call you Dr. Megan or Dr. Fahlenbock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me Dr. Megan. I like first name basis.
Dr.
But definitely doctor.
Dr. Megan. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. I really like that.
Nice. Or your new TV show, Doc Meg.
Yeah, Doc Meg. I love it. Yes. Yes. Actually, yeah, we love, and we're watching a new series right now called New Amsterdam. Yeah. Do you watch it?
It's on NBC, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. We do everything kind of, I think, through Netflix, but
Dr.
so good. I love it so much. And I love I love shows. I love doctor shows. So yes, Doc Meg sounds perfect.
Nice. I think, isn't Ryan Eggold Max in the show? If I remember correctly.
Yes.
That's a good show. So I like that show.
Yeah, he's great. He's great. He's super charming and endearing, and yeah, it's a great character.
I like that. Maybe like at day you're a doctor, night you're the superhero.
Yes, exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. I love that.
Helping people in both times of the day, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And then what's the kryptonite?
Maybe evil people. Oh, maybe evil.
Yeah, something. We'll have to think about that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Nice.
Yeah. You write it, I'll play it.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I agree.
Okay, now favorite band and an artist and type of music. What do you say?
I think my go-to is Blue Rodeo. Like I love Blue. I'm a Canadian girl. I love Blue Rodeo. I can, I try and see them play whenever I can. There's something about their songwriting that just really speaks to me. But of course, like the original would be Joni Mitchell, who's also a Canadian, an amazing Canadian songwriter, performer, singer, you name it, musical genius. And Dolly Parton too. I have, again, big respect for you know, especially the pioneers of in this business, you know, like Dolly Parton, you know, just the trailblazer, that the stuff that she would have had to go through when she was starting out, you know, it's just, it, you know, it's scary. It's tough being a woman in this world. I mean, it's got a lot, you know, especially performer, young being, when I started out as a young performer, I didn't even know. I think hopefully it's changing a lot more, and it's better and easier, and isn't so, you know, we're not, the whole because you're a girl stuff isn't, you know, the same. We're more equal. We live in a more equal world now. But there's still a lot of internalized misogyny that's there and in our way. And yeah, so I sort of wonder how it would have been for Joni and Dolly, you know, when they were first starting, and definitely their music definitely speaks to me, especially Joni Mitchell more. I listen to more of her stuff than Dolly Parton's. Like, I love her music. I love Dolly Parton's music, and she is just incredible, and she's an incredible businesswoman. Shania Twain, I'll throw her in there as well. Like, a lot of like just women who've really gone after, you know, their dream, and I'm sure faced with a ton of adversity and just gone for it. I'm very admirable. So yeah, and really catchy tunes.
Nice.
What about you? What's your music?
I like, you know, do you know the band Queen? Like, We Are
Oh,
Champions.
yes, of course I know Queen. I love Queen. I love Queen. Oh yeah. Like, I love a lot of music. I also love the Grateful Dead. I love the improvising that the Grateful Dead does. I really revere musicians, because I don't play instruments. I played a little bit of trumpet growing up, but I was never singing. I'm not really musically inclined, even though I thought I was and I wanted to be. But it's really tough stuff. So I'm in awe of musicians.
Nice. Yeah, believe it or not, one of the guests I've had on the podcast, like this actor I've had, he's actually really close friends with Joni Mitchell.
Oh yeah?
Really close.
Wow.
Do you know the actor Ed Begley Jr.? He's like an old time actor.
I do. I worked with Ed Begley Jr. a long time
Really?
ago. Yeah. He was on something I did. He came in right at the end. Yeah, love him. Really nice guy. So he knows Joni. Well, of course, they're probably around the same age, similar. So yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he says he tries to go to her house like every other day. They hang out, which is like,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, lucky him.
well,
Fellas.
well, if I ever get her on though,
Yes, please
Yeah,
bring me
Megan.
on.
I got you.
Although, talk about, you know, speaking of nerves, I'll definitely be very nervous. But yes, I'll probably overspeak. I'll overtalk, because I overtalk when I get nervous. Do you go quiet when you're nervous, or do you overtalk?
I do a little bit of both.
Yeah,
a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, do you have a favorite New Amsterdam character since you've been?
Oh. Well, we love Max. I love Max. Let me just see. I'm gonna get names.
All good.
Yeah, just because I can never.
I know Tyler Labine, that one guy. He's actually Canadian, I think, in real life, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really?
I think he is.
Yeah. So Tyler is Iggy. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. So I love Iggy. And I think he does a great job of that character, and that's sort of that would be the role I would want to play, that kind of a role. Like, I'd love to be the therapist. That's definitely where I lean towards. I love talking to people and connecting and helping people. Like, that is, it's kind of why I became an actor, you know, just being able to tell stories, to help people, being a part of stories that might help people, be better, you know, help them, you know, grow their wings, or bring their bright light back, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, we love Helen, Dr. Helen.
Okay.
Prima. We love her. We love Dr. Floyd, who's Jocko Sims. Yeah, he's pretty great. And we also love Janet Montgomery, Dr. Lauren Bloom on it, and definitely Max. Like, he's great. I think my favorite in order are probably Max, then Tyler, and then Helen and that would be it for New Amsterdam. All right. There
Is
you
he, if you don't mind me asking, is he like, I want to make sure, is he from Canada? I think he is.
go. Okay.
Sorry.
Should I find out here?
Sorry, Megan.
Yes, you're right. He was born in Brampton, Ontario.
There you go.
There you go.
Gotta like him even more,
Yeah.
right, Megan? Fellow Canadian, right?
Fellow Canadian from Brampton. Brampton's not far from where I live. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah. I think Canadians might be infiltrating the area. Watch out.
So if I ever get any of the cast members, let you know too, right? Any of the cast members?
Yeah, bring me on. Yes,
I got
please.
you. I got you.
Thank you. Yay. Spread the
Yeah.
joy.
I got you. Okay. Now, this might be easy since you mentioned it early on. Favorite sports and favorite teams?
Oh, yeah. We like our favorite sports, favorite teams. So hockey for sure is the sport I like to watch the most out of all the sports. And I'm a Toronto Maple Leaf fan because I live in Toronto right now, and I've been a Toronto Maple Leaf fan since I was really little. So when I was first, Daryl Sittler was my favorite player starting out, and I did a whole project on him. I had dreams that I was playing with him. I thought for sure I was going to be in the NHL one day. That I for sure thought I was going to be in the NHL. And then once that dream stopped, I knew I was going to be a famous actor. Like I knew I was going to, like the fame part of it, I didn't really care about. It was just more like I would be on the big screen. Like I was going to be, the next whoever I thought I was going to be,
Nice.
So I don't know. I guess what's my next dream? Like the next amazing coach, like the next Brene Brown. I guess we'll have to see. Who knows? It's still a whole big life out there. What about you? What's your sort of biggest aspiration? Like the dream? What's the dream?
I want to become like a director. Like at least I want to direct like a movie or TV show. Like I want to see I just want to see my name. Like it'd be cool. Like I see my name, that's me. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. I mean, like I want to.
Yeah. And seeing your name, what would that mean?
It feels like I made it. Not like I accomplished my goal.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've been recognized. Like the world can see your talent. Yeah, there's something about that for sure. Like I guess Meryl Streep was probably the first she's probably been my inspiration from the get-go. Meryl Streep and Reese Witherspoon once her movies started coming out, but I was watching Meryl Streep early, when I was really young. So Sophie's Choice, I think, I would have been 11 when Sophie's Choice came out, and I mean, she's so incredible, and I really thought that would be me one day,
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, never know.
Who will be? We'll see.
See, I like hockey. That's my favorite sport too. Hockey.
Yeah, hockey for sure. Hockey's for sure my favorite sport. And then, playing sports, I was a professional water skier for many years. I did that all over the world. I skied.
Wow.
I do love water skiing. I don't necessarily love to watch water skiing. I love watching. I love driving the boat and helping people learn how to ski. But I don't necessarily seek out water ski shows. But if anyone ever offers me hockey tickets, I always go to the hockey game, and for sure also basketball. We have the Raptors, so they're really fun to watch. TFC, the Toronto Football Club, soccer, which is our soccer. I love watching soccer. I prefer to play, to be honest. Playing sports are kind of more my thing than watching sports. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit of a, my boyfriend's really into watching sports and little bit of betting on sports. And I'm just so not into it. I'm I'd rather watch movies that take me away and shows, and I'd rather play sports. Surfing is my latest passion. I want to get really good at surfing. Yeah. Skiing and snowboarding. I'm from Canada, so we just got a whole bunch of snow today. Or yesterday. Oh yeah, those are the big sports. So yeah, for you it's I also played baseball. Like I really am I'm a bit of a jock. Like I love sports and my kid as obviously my kids are big jocks too and yeah. But it's always more playing than watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you've met a few
Yeah.
um, famous athletes, right?
Yeah. Connor McDavid, Oilers.
Yeah. Amazing. He's great. He's awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you saw too. Speaking of the Maple Leafs, did you see that Matthews like shaved his mustache, his iconic mustache?
Finally.
Yes.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Yes, I did see, and yeah, people really, my kids and their hockey friends have never liked that mustache, so it's a big relief to everybody that it's gone now.
Nice.
Even though Movember isn't over.
Okay. Now, now, what is your favorite food, and why is it your favorite? You say.
Hmm. I am a sucker for pizza. I really love pizza, especially pizza in Italy. Almost anything in Italy. I love really fresh fruits from like tropical places. Like I love, or even like fresh figs from Italy. Like since we're talking about Italy right now, and fresh cherries. But I love mangoes and papaya and lychees. I love really cool kind of exotic and real fruit, but I also just love apples. Like I love a good Honeycrisp apple. And vegetables too, but meals wise, like I love a lot of Asian meals. Like I lived in Thailand for a couple of years, so Thai food I love. Like you're asking me for a favorite, and I'm like, I'll tell you all my favorite. I cannot stand it one, even though I opened with pizza. I'd say that's sort of the easiest, most steady thing. Like I do really love pizza. I make a lot of pizza. I like make the dough, and it's kind of I don't know. There's something about it and we make it with pesto sauce. I like pesto, basil, like really salty, and olives, and yummy things like that. But yeah, hard to say one. Do you have a one? Are you a one favorite food person?
I like pasta, burgers, pizza.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so pasta, yeah, like a good pasta is good, but out of all your favorites, pizza is like stands high. Like burger, I had one the other day. I like burgers, but it's not what I never am like, I need a burger. I'd crave a steak.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, more than a burger. But I like your choices.
Thank you. Well, if you ever come to Chicago, that's where we're at. Because you gotta try Chicago pizza. That's good pizza. Chicago style pizza. I don't know if you ever had that.
Chicago style pizza. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And what is the difference between the Chicago style? Deep dish?
Yep, got it.
Yeah. So I would say less for me, Chicago style, more the thin crust.
Okay.
Yeah. Less carbs, I think. I think I'm more about the toppings and cheese. I like cheese.
Nice. Is that your favorite? What would you say was your favorite topping then, since you're on pizza? Do you have a favorite?
Oh yeah, like salty things. I always want I like hot peppers. I like spice too, so I like hot peppers. But actually, generally, like I usually do the flakes now because my kids don't always like the hot peppers. And I think I sometimes find some hot peppers are like too pickly. Like suddenly there's like pickly taste, and I don't really want that. I want more just the pepper taste. I like green olives and sun-dried tomatoes. And like fresh basil or even arugula. Like leafy things. Like I'm weirdly like I'm healthy, but like I love salads, big salads and stuff like that. But I'm not like overly healthy by any means. Like there are way healthier people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a little bit easygoing with, I sort of say yes to a lot of things now. Life's too short.
Yeah, you're right. I like that. Okay, now that things are getting back to normal a little bit, do you have any projects that come up in the works?
Yeah, well, I mean, now that things are getting a little bit back to normal, I would say the difference for me is I'm able to like see people in person and work with people in person. So I do more in-person workshops.
Nice.
But and I'm able to like go and watch my kids play hockey. You know, my life's changed in that way. It's more changed as a mom. Hasn't really. I hope set life changes, like, because right now, actually, like working on set as an actor, but and even as a voiceover actor, like I'm in studio again. Like we're back to work now that it's opened up. Like we're back to work. But it's not the same, right? There's just very, very strict protocols.
Mm.
And it's not as fun. You're not working. You're not working in the same capacity. We're not hanging out at lunch together. Like everyone's, cordoned off into their own areas, and no one wants to get COVID. No one wants to be the person that shuts down production because of COVID. So, I look forward to it really stop, like where we can really be opened up. It's not opened up yet. Going into studios as a voice actor, it's we're always kind of in the booth alone anyway, but I don't go into a booth with another person anymore. Like when I work with another person, they're in their own booth. So it kind of sucks. Like it's not fun right now. Like I said, I'm a team player. I like being with people, and it's just not. So actually doing like the one-on-one stuff, and like even us having this interview, for instance, like I find this kind of just easier. We're not going to be able to hang out anyway, so we may as well just do it from the comfort of our own home.
Yeah. Nice.
But traveling, like I'm looking forward to traveling. Miss that. I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to go on a ski trip this year in Canada, though. I'm not venturing across the border yet or going to other countries. I just can't, I can't be away. Like if something should happen and I have to get, quarantined or like I can't stop my life like that right now. What about you? How's it going to change for you? Do you think?
I think I'm, like you said, just probably still stay inside because we can't really do anything per se,
Yeah, you still can't. Like I'm still a little bit. I'm going to see a concert. I'm going to see the Sky Diggers, Canadian band, at the end of December. So I'm excited about that. But I might be feeling weird if there are a lot of people,
Nice.
Yeah, but it'll be fun. Like that, seeing live shows again will be great.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago or a couple of days ago, I saw. Do you know who John Waite is? I saw him in concert.
Yes.
I saw him in concert a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You came to your town or what?
Got it. Yeah.
Great. And was it an indoor concert?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it felt safe? Was everyone wearing a mask? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Was he wearing a mask?
No.
No.
That'd be kind of hard with the,
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like coming out, but it's just more like I hope it really, like we're still living in it, I feel like we're always, I feel like we could always be living with a mask. I don't know.
Yeah. Crazy world.
We're forever changed by this. That's for sure.
Yeah. Crazy world,
Crazy world.
Yeah. Now, what is your advice for younger people or people that want to become like a voice actor? Like, what's your advice?
Go for it. First and foremost, go for it.
Okay.
Get a coach like me. Reach out to me, and do it. You got to and learn everything about it. And if you want to be a voice actor, like why not learn the technical stuff too? Like learn a lot about a lot of different things in the business. I think that'll help you be in the business in many capacities. Because it's being an actor is tough. It's it's tough to keep it going and to just be a working actor only. Even the movie stars aren't always working, they're in between jobs. They have other things going on. So you need to have other things going on, have something else going on, get to know yourself, know your strengths, and go after it. And know the business side of things as well. There's a whole bit, you got to know business. You have to become a kind of a business person when you go into this to learn about business, because your product is you're the CEO of your company, right? Like it's the Joe Zito company, right? You're the CEO of it. So you have to know the business side as well. Get good at that. And find a coach, find a mentor that can get you going and learn the craft and work on the craft, practice accents, study people, have someone that inspires you, watch their stuff, and take classes and learn how to really bring yourself to your roles. But first and foremost, go for it. Don't let it stop. Don't let anything, don't let your worries, your fears, or the what ifs stop you.
I like that.
You have one kick at the can in this life. You got to go after what you want. Don't write yourself out of your own story.
Yeah.
Write yourself in your own story.
I like that. I like to add like stay humble. Like remember you came from, like don't get like too cocky. You know what I mean? Like
Ever. God, no. We're all the same. We're all humans, right? We're all in this together. It doesn't matter what you do. No one's better than anybody else. I truly believe that. We're all staying humble is like the easiest thing for me anyway.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. But
No.
go after what you want. Dare to dream.
Like
And
that.
just make that your story, make that your story and figure out how to get there and do it and reach out if you have any questions.
Like that.
Yeah.
Now, before I ask you my last question, do you have any questions?
Who do you want to be? Well, I've already asked you. I know you want to be a director one day. And how confident are you that you're going to bring these scripts to life and be a director?
Like, how do I want to like accomplish my goal?
Yeah, like how confident are you that that's going to happen?
I just want to keep pushing every day. Like keep writing, keep like think of stories, things.
Yeah. And can you see it for yourself?
Yes. Like I have I could like envision, if that makes sense. Like.
Yeah. Great. And this is a great starting point. You're making connections.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're making connections right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Keep it up. It's great.
So is there anything you would like to promote and shout out that I can help link down below in the video description? Help you out.
Yeah, please just reach out to me. Like I'm definitely I'm loving being a coach these days. So I coach everything from mindset to confidence to getting out of your own way, to voice and acting and just and I like to and self-love, being figuring out who you are and loving yourself, because I think everything is there.
Nice.
So, yeah. And also stay tuned for season 2 of Ginny in Georgia, because that's happening. Filming is starting. Second season. So second season is coming. Woo woo.
Nice. If you want me to too, I could like link down below your social medias, like your Twitter, Instagram, if you want me to.
Yeah, please do. Absolutely.
Yeah. And
so I'm at Megan Fahlenbock at pretty much everything, I think. Yeah, I might be Fahlenbock Megan for Twitter, possibly. But yeah, I'm semi-active on social media. I have kind of a like-ish, don't like relationship with it. I don't know. I find it get into a vortex. I prefer the land of the living, although it's important. I like, and I like to be in touch with my fans and all that. And I do try and talk to my fans when they reach out to me, for sure. And once in a while I get into funny moods and I just post silly things, but it's definitely haphazard and neither here nor there. And I don't know if any of it is all that brilliant, but it's just little fun little thought bubbles that I have. So definitely follow me if you want.
Nice. I could say like follow Megan here on Twitter. The link. Follow Megan here on Twitter.
Absolutely. Please do.
Got you. Okay. Well, I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you on Megan for being an awesome and amazing guest. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today.
Thank you, Megan. Have a great day, everybody, and stay awesome. And you stay awesome, Megan.
Thank you. You too, Joe.